are you? This is Vince from Burn Stainless here at the SEMA show in Las Vegas with our sales and marketing director, Kevin. And we are just excited to be out here. Haven't been out here really since COVID. We took the liberty of coming out here and visiting a couple of our customers out here in Las Vegas. Proyer Racing Engines, for one. They're located up by the Speedway, and also we're introduced to iRoz, which is a company that tuner for Audis, and they currently are running the fastest 5-cylinder drag car in the world. So it was really neat to catch up with them, see what they're doing, and maybe see what we can work in the future. Kevin, what were some of the highlights that you saw from the show today?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest thing that I saw is definitely innovation, whether it's in manufacturing and fabrication techniques, but also just seeing how products are put into the vehicles. Like we're at Proyer Racing, seeing one of the trophy trucks on the full chassis dyno, and our throttle position sensor being used and tuned to match the fuel mapping. We went over to iRoz and seeing some applications there where we can match different technology we have to some of their innovation that's producing the fastest production drag car.
Fastest 5-cylinder, yep.
Yeah, it's just fantastic stuff. So I think really just the overall innovations, which really been impressive for me to see.
Yeah, that's really good. And also I think that while we're over at iRoz, I think that Kevin got a little bit of a treat there. What did you see over there?
Well, we're not supposed to explain it, but we saw some cars behind the scenes that are going to be announced in a video next month. But if you're a fan of high performance European cars that have set many records, I think it'll be exciting to talk about that next month when we see it.
All right, very good. And then Kevin, I know that the reason that those cars were really special to you is because you have actually had quite a career in motorsports. And maybe if you could tell us a little bit of your history in motorsports.
Yeah, motorsports has always been a big part of my life. Started off on dirt bikes, racing motocross, and then evolved into auto racing. We really became really enjoyed racing in sports car racing series. So we raced road racing type vehicles, whether it was Japanese tuner cars, German high performance cars, or formula cars. And so now to come back into exhaust systems and performance as we transition from that old normally aspirated motors that we used to see so much now, and almost everything is turbocharged, and the heat and the intensity that that's driving, the horsepower numbers we saw today. We saw street cars today that are pushing out upwards of 800 horsepower.
So we saw that went down to run 1,022, I think, wasn't
exactly,
it?
Exactly, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so dissipating that heat, getting that airflow into the car, out of the cars is extra important, and that's why I think things like stainless tubing with smooth, even radiuses, where you're trying to just make sure you maximize that flow is really critical. So,
yeah, that's one of the things that we got into a discussion today with Hank over at iRoz is that he's an engineer, and we were looking at all of or talking about all the different exhaust systems that you see on some of the McLarens and all these other supercars where they have all these pie cuts out of titanium, and they are beautiful pieces of art, there's no question, but from an engineering standpoint, they're really not, they don't flow very well. So and it's great to see a company like iRoz really kind of stick to those engineering principles, and Mandel Bent Tubing was there for a reason, and it's hard to work with, and it's expensive for a reason, because if you're wanting to win, you need to get every little bit of power out of that. So the other thing that I learned about Kevin here is that he's good friends with Tanner Faust, and I think if I remember correctly, I think that Tanner followed Kevin into motorsports, and Kevin was a bit of a mentor to Tanner. Is that right?
Yeah, I think for just a short period, and then he passed me up a ways. It was good to catch up with Tanner yesterday. He was just doing a little bit of a driving promotion, and just to catch up, and we'll see what comes next for him.
Oh yeah, I guess the last thing I wanted to say about Kevin is Kevin's not just a shoe, he's not just a pretty face, but he's also an aeronautical engineer by training. So we have more things that we're going to be doing at Burn Stainless as we continue to relentlessly innovate. All right, thank you.